Peoples. As promised, come back to give you a like I said, I was gonna give you a video about, not necessarily about the Bankroll Freddie case, but you know what I mean, a lot of things that I see us black people do, man. Situations that we put ourselves in, man. And like I say, whether we're an entertainer, whether it's been acting, comedy, rapping, you know what I mean, anything in the entertainment world, whether we're an athlete, you know what I mean, whether we CEO, just, you know what I mean, just whether we, you know what I mean, just pretty much once we make it to the big leagues, man, I noticed that we constantly put ourselves behind the 8 ball, and it ain't nobody's fault but ours. Yeah, it's our upbringing, yeah, but I don't really blame upbringing for that, because at the end of the day, we know better, but we still always put ourselves in these situations, man. And I just look at life is, you got to know, one thing about life is you got to know, no matter what level of life you make it to, it's levels at those levels, if I'm making sense. So if you make it to the big leagues, please know, and hold on, let me back. When I say the big leagues, that's anything that's entertainment world, that's CEO, that's NBA, NFL, MLB, big leagues, you know what I mean? Once you make it to the next level, you got to know it's levels on those levels too. You got to know it's levels on those levels too, and you got to know everyone is not on the same pay scale. Everyone is not making the same amount of money. So I feel like the quicker you can learn, the quicker you can realize that it's levels to levels, you'll be okay. Because my whole thing is, once you make it to the big leagues, you don't gotta prove you got money no more. You don't got nothing. You don't got nothing to prove to nobody no more. You know what I mean? Even though I get it, you amongst people, you know what I mean, who got way more than you compared to what you got. You still broke. But at the end of the day, you already made it. Your time coming. You know what I mean? So it's nothing that you have to do no more to prove that you got money. And I just feel like Bankroll Freddie got caught up in still trying to prove that he had money. He was signed to QC on the management deal, you know what I mean? And we all know the type and the caliber of rappers that QC had signed to them at the time. So I do understand. I ain't blaming him, but like I say, I do understand the situation that he was in. He was amongst millionaires, and he wasn't no millionaire. We all know that. So it kind of, you know what I mean? It kind of can put you in a messed up position. But if you understanding that you ain't got nothing to prove to nobody no more once you make it to those levels, whether you a millionaire or not, people are already thinking you a millionaire. You know what I mean? So you can take your foot off the gas. You ain't got to hustle that hard no more, bro. As far as in the streets, you ain't got to hustle that hard no more. You can take all that energy and put it into the hustle, into your craft. You know what I mean? But I get it. I do get it. You're around millionaires who can buy jewelry when they want to, who can go to the designer store and spend tens or 20 you know what I mean, tens and twenties of $1,000s on designer when they get ready. I get it. That does get to you. But if you stay down long enough, you're going to have your day. And you know, that's why you see a lot of athletes, a lot of entertainers, you know what I mean, and things like that. Once they make it to the big leagues, they still buy fake jewelry. And it makes sense because at the end of the day, you already looking at me like I got money anyway. So the last thing you're going to think is the jewelry that I got on or the clothes that I got on is fake. See what I'm saying? And I look at athletes and entertainers and, you know, those who made it big that do stuff like that. I look at them as smart, because to me that's playing the game. Why you got to go out and buy millions of dollars worth of jewelry, millions of dollars worth of clothes, millions of dollars worth of all this materialistic stuff when people already know you got millions anyway? The only people who prove that they got money, the only people who feel like they got to prove that they got money is the broke people. But once you actually get the money, you don't got to prove it no more because people already know you got it. And like I say, another thing is, like I say too, it's us as people too. And when I say us as people, I mean black people, because we got this thing about us to where we feel like we got to stun on. We feel like we got to stun on our enemies, or we got to stun on the people who we was jealous of before we made it. We got to stun on the people who stunned on us when we was broke. We feel like we got to stun on people. So a person in Bankroll Freddie position feel like, yeah, I made it, but I got to make these group of people feel like I'm really a millionaire. I really got the SHIT on these group of people because they was shitting on me, you know what I mean, when I didn't have it. Or, you know what I mean? Just little stuff like that. So that's why I say we put ourselves up against the, you know what I mean, 8 ball as soon as we get there, when all we got to do is really just chill out. We could still be broke in peace while you there. Well, not broke, but you know, broke compared to the people who on that next level, on that level that you made it to. You could be broke in peace because you already made it. Those people that you want to shit on, they already jealous of you just by you being in that position. So you don't even got to flaunt and brag and put all that materialistic stuff in their face no more anyway, because they already jealous. Just because you in a position that they in, is nothing they can buy. They can put themselves in that position that you in. So that's why, and we all done seen this before, that's why you see when people, you know, with people that you know make it to that next level that everybody dream about, make it to, you know, the big leagues, that, you know what I mean, that, you know, to that position that everybody think about or dream about or look up to. That's why when you see them people that make it there and you be around them or whatever, and you feel like they just gonna be so giving and, you know what I mean, so you know what I mean, so nice, and you know what I mean, with their money and things like that, and it always happen the opposite way. They don't give you a dime. And that's because they are now amongst people, yeah, they made it to that next level, but they now are around people that's at that level that they made it to, but they still at the top of that food chain on that level that they made it to. So they still got work to do, you know what I mean? They broke compared to, they don't got much. I ain't gonna say they broke, but they don't got much compared to the people who at the top of that food chain on that new level that they made it to. And they realize they got work to do. You see what I mean? So that's all it is, man. But like I say, we make that transition harder for for ourselves by trying to keep up with those that's at the top of that food chain on that new level that you just made it to. Like I say, no matter what level you make it to in life, it's levels on those levels. No matter what level you are at in life, it's levels on those levels. It's levels on those levels. And like I say, man, once you make it to the big leagues, you shouldn't have to still try to prove that you got money, because people already thinking you got money. People already know you getting money. People already know you got the opportunities of getting money now. And it's in a way better situation that they in. No matter what they got, they not in this position that you in. So you can't never trick yourself into getting in a bad situation like Bankroll Freddie got himself into in regards to trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I mean? It's no reason why Bankroll Freddie should have been riding on the highway with no 20-something pounds of no weed, man, and a gun. It just ain't no way. Fam, you in the industry, fam. If you ain't got more as much as Lil Baby, as you ain't, this just examples that I'm giving. You ain't got much as Quavo, you ain't got as much money as Dolph. So what, bro? You still in that position, bro. You can get there, but you got to be patient. You got to be patient. You can't be sitting up there trying to get to where they got to in 5, 6, 7, 8 years. It took them 5, 6, 7, 8 years to get there. You just got there and you only been there in a couple years, bro, and you trying to live like them. It's gonna get you in a bad situation every time. You gonna have to still be out there, as you say, pushing bowls and, you know what I mean, selling pounds or this and that. You gonna keep putting yourself in a bad situation, bro. You're gonna keep putting yourself behind the 8 ball to where you still gotta take chances when you in the industry, but you still feel like you gotta take chances because you're trying to keep up with other people. What's meant for you is meant for you. Your day gonna come. You don't gotta rush it. As long as you in that position, as long as you there, as long as you amongst them, that should be good enough for you right now. That should be good enough for you right now. And you ain't, compared to the average American, you would, even without doing that, you was far from broke, fam. I don't even know you, and I don't even know your personal business, but I just know, fam, you was in the rooms, bro. You was getting paid money now to where you had way more than an average citizen, bro. So honestly, at the end of the day, bro, you didn't have to put yourself in that situation, bro. You chose to do that by trying to shit on your peoples, by trying to keep up with the other people that's in the same industry as you, trying to live like them. You know what I mean? We all want more out of life. We all want more. Like I said, you can never have enough money. We all want more money. We all want more fame. We all want, you know what I mean, to be successful. But you got to be smart how you get there, man. You can't put yourself in bad situations, man. And like I say, I know when you make it, you still want to feel like you got these hood ties, and the further you make it in life, you still think you can get away with this and that. Trust me, I get that part. But the thing is, it's only us that feel like that. I don't want to compare us and say you don't see this side and that side doing that. In reality, you don't, but I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna just say it's only us that think like that. It's only us that think once we make it, we can still dibble and dabble back, you know what I mean, in a illegal stuff that we came from, instead of letting it go, instead of looking at it as we made it out, we got lucky. Nah, we still want to dibble and dab and still think it's cool. We still want to run back to our hometown and dibble and dab in the illegal stuff that we was doing. And it ain't nothing going back to your hometown. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing wrong with showing love to your hometown. But you gotta know, if you lived a certain way coming up and you finally made it out, you got to know your karma is in your hometown. Your karma is in your hometown. All the stuff that you don't did, especially when you don't made it and the people know you made it, your karma is in your hometown. So that's one place I ain't gonna say you gotta stay away from, but that's one place you gotta be very careful what you do there. Cause you got to know people ready to bring you down. People ready to bring you down. And I'm gonna say one more thing, man, cause I be seeing these videos on YouTube and stuff like that where cops randomly pull people over and they got millions of dollars of drugs in the car. I ain't no dummy, man. I know those be set up situations. Somebody don't told on them, you know what I mean? Somebody don't set them up. And I say that to say, come on, Bankroll, for you to get pulled over on the highway with all that weed in the car, guns and all that, somebody set you up, fam. Somebody told on you, bro. The police already know what you was doing, bro. You know what I mean? So I just say that to say, man, I wish Bankroll the best. I hope he learned from this. And if he get a, you know what I mean, another chance to, you know what I mean, do it over again, I hope he do it right this time. But fam, just know, fam, you already in the industry, fam. You ain't gotta have as much as everybody else, fam. You already there, bro. The general public already looking at you like you got it, bro. So you ain't gotta take those chances with your life no more, fam. You straight. I learned a long time ago, you don't need millions to live how you want to live. You don't need millions to do what you want to do. All you need is thousands, man. Life is expensive, but life ain't that expensive to where you need millions to do what you want to do. You feel me? But I ain't gonna talk your head off too much longer. I've been wanting to do a piece on this Bankroll Freddie situation for a couple of days now, but I've been under the weather. I ain't been able to get to it, but here y'all go. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate y'all for checking me out. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Show me some love. I show y'all love. Help me help y'all. Appreciate y'all. Talk to y'all later. Doses.